Hi, please share this with somebody who wants to level up. A lot of times clients come to me and they want something to solve their problems, or they want a person to come in and save them. And a lot of times they're trying to avoid something that is a weakness in their business by trying to do something else. Like um, they want more ticket sales. And they don't want to learn how to sell tickets. They just want to build their social media to a point where their social media following is so big that they automatically sell tickets to every show. They they want to set up a website so that they never have to talk to their clients again, so that the website is just perfect and everybody just sends them an email and says, hey, take a whole bunch of money and we'll book you for your gig. Or they want to like get a manager or somebody who's just going to deal with all of figuring out where their income is coming from and manage their whole thing for them. The problem is that these solutions don't really usually work. Like, you get a whole bunch of followers on TikTok, you still have to figure out how you're going to convert those people into ticket buyers. You make a perfect website, but then people aren't going to it, or when they go to it, they still have questions. And if you want to get high paying gigs, then you're going to have to talk to some clients. Um, or, and if you want to make, you want to, you don't want to figure out where your income is coming from, a manager is not going to really, you're not going to get a good manager until you have a way to make income, because people want to make money off of you. That's why they want to be your manager. The reason that you'll get good clients, good bookings, is by having communication with clients. The way get ticket sales is by having a ticket sales strategy and really figuring out what you're doing with that. So you hate selling tickets, you hate whatever aspect of your business, and that is what's really slowing you down. That's what slows us down. I have all these issues all the time. I have difficulty sometimes, not all the time, but I have difficulty with these things. And I get help for it. And here's what if it wasn't hard? What if it didn't suck to do the things? What if all these things that you have to do in order to get what you want were part of your process? They were fun, just as fun as thinking up a new joke or whatever is fun to you. What if all these things, these business things, were fun? Here, I've written it down. Okay, good. It's fun is an acronym. The F stands for philanthropy. This is according to game theory. How to make something fun, how to make something a game. F stands for philanthropy. We have a higher cause, a goal in life, a mission, and that mission will fuel us. If we don't have something to shoot for, I don't know if you play video games or if you think in sports or you play board games or whatever, but think about this as a game. You want to achieve something, and that something is a good thing that you really care about. So usually, everybody that I've talked to has a philanthropic goal, something that's great and wonderful and sweet and helps other people. So you have F, philanthropy. Then the U stands for ability. Yep, ability. So it has to be, you have to be shooting for something good, and then it has to be within your ability and at the top of your ability. That's what makes the game fun. If something's really easy, then it gets boring. If something's out of your ability level, then you get anxiety. You just feel stressed and you aren't able to do anything. So you want to be at the top of your level of ability. And then the N, you guessed it, know-how. This means that you have to have some handle on it. You have to have a control of what you're doing. You have to have a feeling that if I do this thing, then I will get some kind of result. If you're playing a video game and the buttons don't do the thing you want, or the character doesn't move the way that you're expecting it to do, or if you're playing a sport and your feet are slipping all over the place, then the game's not fun. You have to figure out how to make the work that you're doing fun by figuring out, oh, maybe I don't feel very much in control of what I'm doing. How do I break this down into an easy task where I feel in control? Or I'm kind of bored by this work. How do I make it more difficult? If I don't feel like I'm very much in control of it, then how do I make it more controllable? If I don't feel like the goal is big enough, maybe I need to realign and think this project might not be in line with my mission in life, or this project, or just like remind ourselves that we need this, that we have this bigger goal. Like I'm not cleaning my house because I just want a clean house. I'm cleaning my house because I want my friend, when my friend comes over, I want them to feel welcome. Okay, so then I have a higher philanthropic mission and cause, and then I'm more excited about cleaning my house. You can totally turn your work into fun stuff by doing this stuff, and there's like a process to doing it. The big things that are really hurting us in our showbiz business are hard to change, and there's a way to change them. Okay? When people hire me, they hire me mostly because I make all that stuff faster. It's a process to change this stuff, and it takes time, and that's why you haven't changed it before, because it's a big investment and it feels like a problem that doesn't exist. It feels like, oh, well, everybody else has a big social media following, or the successful people have a big social media following, so that must be the problem. Instead of like, the problem is I don't like to sell tickets. You can sell tickets without social media. You can do whatever. When I started doing Scott and Harry's Booby Trap, I was selling tickets by calling people, just calling and texting people, and individually. And that's how I sold tickets. And it worked. So there are like the tactics of how to do things are not as important as really making the important things fun and not trying to avoid them, not getting a bunch of anxiety and feeling terrible about something and then ending up just scrolling on Instagram for the rest of the day. We have to like make this stuff fun, and we don't have to push outside of our comfort zones. We don't have to work harder to do things. We have to change the way, our perspective on the things that we hate. Okay? And so when people come to me, they come to me to do it faster. Like the Women's Club of Hollywood was, they went for a year without a website. And so I went in for a day and I just hustled and made it happen and made them a really basic website that got them started in a day. Jeremy Carberry, who's a podcaster, said, what we got done in this hour would have taken me a month. I've had a lot of experience in a bunch of different aspects of show business, and I have insights from working with so many entertainers and different companies, Fortune 500 companies and different stuff, that I can put all these ideas together and I can quickly solve problems and come up with how to do it. So, but what you're going to do, the process, you're going to need somebody to help you, some people to help you, and you're going to need time to make it happen. I have another acronym for you. Go! So the G stands for goals. You got to set up goals. First you have to know what your cause is. Your cause is ever expanding. You'll never be able to achieve fully your cause. Then you set up a project, and your project has a goal. Then you set up strategies for achieving that goal. Then you set up tactics for getting along that strategy. Okay? So you have to, you don't start with, I need a website because everybody has a website. You start with, what fuels me in life? What do I want to do to get as far as I can in that cause? Then you figure out the actions that you're going to take. So you need goals. You need somebody to help you pull back, like get a friend or me or somebody to help you pull back, look at the big picture, and figure that stuff out. It's really hard to do it for yourself. It's hard for me to do it for myself. So we need somebody to do that. Then accountability. That's the first A, accountability. This is not about punishing ourselves or feeling bad for something that we did or feeling good for something that we accomplished. Accountability is just somebody who keeps us on track with that big picture thing, because there's going to be resistance. We have been practicing over and over again to build that resistance. We've been making this kind of work that isn't fun yet. We've been making it sucky over and over again. We've been practicing it. We got really good at making it sucky. So we need somebody to help go, oh yeah, wait, why are you doing this thing over here? Because you were working on this thing. So if we have somebody who's really paying attention to us, who really listens to us, and then keeps on checking in and making sure on a regular schedule that we are taking care of business, that we are doing the big thing, that we are making that big change for fun, that is how we got to do it. It's otherwise our brains will just come up with so many ways to justify stepping out of the difficult stuff. But if we do it for a little while, this stuff becomes a habit. The sucky stuff kind of just goes away. It just kind of disappears, and we figure out how to make things into games and make things fun. Then we need to make adjustments. So it's also good for an accountability partner, maybe to help make adjustments, or maybe we need to get another advisor, somebody else who can tell us, well, I thought I was going to sell this many tickets, but it's not working, it's not selling. This is the technique I was using. Then we get advice. Okay, maybe you need to change your technique. Maybe this technique will work better. And everything's kind of an experiment. So you have to be able to check in with somebody and make adjustments, make little changes. Then the H is silent. That's how to solve it. I hope your work gets more fun.